Hi guys, I'm Tyler Hoechlin and you're listening to Variety Radio Online.
Hi everyone, it's Lexi here at EYECON Teen Wolf 2014 and I'm here with Tyler Hoechlin. Thank you for joining us. So, Kate Arjun is back in town this season of Teen Wolf. So what does that have Derek? Where does that leave Derek this season?
Same place as always, in a lot of trouble. Yeah, it's definitely a new foe to deal with, well, an old foe, and back again. Obviously stronger and a little scarier this time. And yeah, I mean, really, it's one more threat to deal with. It's gonna be a challenge. You know, we don't have Allison to help us out anymore, and that's a big loss. And you know, we're questioning what origin it is. And so there's a lot of things up in the air this season with that threat. So it's a little scarier than usual.
Definitely. How is the dynamic on set? Has it changed at all since you've lost a few characters and gained some new?
The dynamic, not so much. I think, the relationships are different. We're just, working with different people here and there. So you spend time on set with different folks than maybe you were in the first couple seasons. But yeah, I mean, the dynamic, I think, you guys have been here, you can tell we have a pretty good time with each other. We just try to have fun and, keep the show interesting, and it seems like people are still watching it, so it's a good sign for us.
Definitely. How has Derek changed, do you think, this season, this upcoming season, season 4, compared to the past?
I think you see a much subtler Derek. Not in the sense that he wasn't subtle before, but I think just he is, I think, learning how to cope with that anger a little bit. It's been an anchor for him. It's been something that's kind of driven him, but I think, through his relationship with Scott and really kind of accepting Scott and Styles as his, adopted family now, I think he's let a little bit of that go. And so I think he's operating more on a level of, how can I help and what can I do to contribute, as opposed to, what can I do to get back, at what I lost. So I think in that sense, he's a little bit more level-headed now. He's a little more cooperative. He likes to work as a team now, as opposed to just always having the answer. And yeah, I think he's just picking up little things as he goes, even from Styles. I think he's learning how to think outside the box. Styles is always really good about that. So it's a very interesting season for Derek.
Derek doesn't really seem to have a pack anymore, neither with Scott. So how is that going to play out this season? Are we going to gain some new werewolves? Or are we going to
again, a lot of people this year. A lot of people. But I think it's more than anything. I think Derek does feel like he's maybe not. It's like I said, it's not so much maybe like a blood brother thing, like with the pack and actually being part of the pack, but in the sense that it's an adopted family. I feel like it's still that pack mentality. But yeah, so I think you'll see him kind of stepping in and helping where he can, and that'll be kind of his role.
Have a new villain in town, the Benefactor.
Yes.
What's in store for all the characters of Beacon Hills this season compared to the past villains?
I think this season everybody's just really gonna kind of have to watch their back. I think that in the past, especially in 3A, we knew that the Alpha Pack was coming in, and that was the threat, and that's what we had to face. And this year, it's such a question mark. It could literally be anybody. And there's this person's being very, very ambitious in the way they're going about getting what they want. So we're gonna have to equally be as ambitious in stopping it, and we're really gonna have to work together to kind of get rid of the threat.
The creator Jeff Davis recently said that the season's gonna start off with Derek missing in Mexico. What can you tell us about that without giving too much away?
Derek's down in Mexico. No one knows where he is. It's always the favorite thing about working on this show is like we get asked questions. We're like, yeah. Basically, whatever he told you is probably about as much as I can say. So instead of getting in trouble, yeah, it's going to be, I think, similar to another season where Derek always disappears. And let's be honest, he's always you think he's dead, you think he's gone. So it'll be another interesting, opening for Derek, finding out where he's at.
We have a few questions that we've been tweeted at. One is, if Teen Wolf did a crossover show, which show would you want it to be?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones?
Yep.
Didn't even have to finish the questions.
No.
He already knows.
No, already know it. I got one episode left in season 4, and I'm so sad. So. Yeah, my favorite show.
Awesome.
Yeah, I would play a dire wolf instead of werewolf, or dire werewolf.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's combination.
Yeah.
If any supernatural creature could come onto Teen Wolf, what kind of creature would you want it
That's a good one. Gonna keep with Game of Thrones. Go with dragons. Dragons, definitely dragons. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, that's always cool. I mean, you really can't beat dragons. I mean, that's a pretty tough one.
Aside from Team Wolf, do you have any other projects that you want your fans to know about that are coming up?
Yeah. I did a independent film last year that's finally being cut together, and looks like we're pretty much done with the cut. And it's called Undrafted, as of now. It's a little baseball movie I did with some buddies, and we had a great time. We had so much fun shooting it. I think it's gonna be really fun. And yeah, I haven't seen the cut yet. I'm excited about it. It's funny. There's a lot of heart to it. I know the stories of these characters very well, playing baseball for a very long time. So it was kind of like a personal thing to me as well. And we had so much fun. I'm really excited to see how it turns out. And I'm sure we'll be taking to some festivals, and then just the whole process. We'll see where it goes.
Awesome. Do you have any charities that you want to let your fans know that you're passionate about, or?
I mean, there's so many great ones. I mean, I don't have any that I'm like directly tied to, but ones that I'm aware of. Love is Louder is one that I'm very aware of, and would love to do more stuff for them. I think it's a great cause, and it's. I think it's such a terrible thing, especially I'm not the biggest fan of social media for a lot of the reasons of bullying.
We got some
things
tweets
like that.
about the social media. They were like, "When's he coming back?"
Yeah. People think I die about every month, because I think I usually tweet or put a post on Instagram about that often. But yeah, I just think for me, I don't like to oversaturate what I put out there. If I have something to say, then I say it. But if I don't, I just try not to just do it just because. But in the same sense, it's really an upsetting thing to see some of the negativity on Twitter and the way that people talk to each other on there, and kind of this lack of accountability and really realizing there are consequences for the things that you say. So things like that. And that's just one of the many issues that deals with, is bullying. Just judgments of people who aren't like you and things like that. And so I think it's a great cause, and that is one that's probably closest to me.
Awesome. And our last question is our question of the month. And
Okay.
it is, if you were in a zombie apocalypse, who would you want by your side? Be fiction, non-fiction, living, deceased, anyone. Any one person.
Oh my goodness.
No, it's a little difficult.
That is hard. A zombie apocalypse? Iron Man. Yeah, because he never runs out of bullets and stuff, right? And he could just pick you up and just you can just hover. They could do a little hover thing back and forth, and just wait him out and then burn him. I don't know. I mean, that seems like it'd be the best. Yeah.
Well, it would be Steven, because his answer was the Iron Man. He was gonna have the suit, so there you go.
He wanted the suit.
He wanted the suit.
There you go. I would. Oh, that's cool. Steal the suit? Oh,
Yeah.
That's wrong. Oh, that's wrong.
He didn't even pick a person. He just wanted to be
The suit.
Just be the suit. That's true. But then you don't have any company. You're stuck by yourself.
Yeah.
Feel crazy. There's nothing but zombies.
I think he chose Adelaide after he had the suit.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, so take
He
the
wanted,
suit
he
and
wanted
then choose
some
somebody.
female companionship with his suit.
Oh, come on. That's too far fetched. Now we're already going with Iron Man. I don't know if we can be well, I want to be Iron Man and have but that's obviously. Come on.
I do have one question.
Yes.
Seventh Heaven reunion. Would you do it?
Oh my God.
I just rewatched.
She's been waiting.
It's funny. Seventh Heaven, in the same way that this set is, was such a close group and such good people. It would be interesting. It'd be really interesting to see what they came up with conceptually and what they wanted to do. It would definitely depend on what they wanted it to be and how it was structured and all that. But I mean, I would love to see all those guys again. We had so much fun. So yeah. It was. That was a great time.
There's talks online about it. And,
Oh, well,
yeah.
hey. You
never
get enough people
know.
talking about it, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us,
Thank you.
and